guys, Josh just brought this in, and that is a big old piece that is going to be our diffuser. So I'm gonna go mock that thing up here right now, see if I can get it to sit. I have no idea how we're gonna fasten it, but cross that bridge when we get to it. Found a use for some of the Mountain Dew boxes, and that's a little bit big at the moment, so that's gonna get trimmed down. It's a little out there. I hear you. All right, so we got an idea of how this is gonna lay out a little bit, but that's gonna get pushed in another inch. The idea was to have this protruding out about 1.5 inches or so on each side. But as of right now, we can't fit our wheels in. We're gonna have to cut out approximately right around there. We're working on our mounts. Like I said, we're probably gonna push that thing in about 1 inch. Ideally, we wanted this to be pretty darn close to flush right there. However, on the way back from LS Fest, this side got smashed in a little bit, so we're gonna have to straighten that guy out. He's a little sad. Again, the placement is incredibly important because we only have so much room to work with. So right around here, right around there is where we're going to have our parachute mount. Can't reiterate how important. So when we're laying everything out, we're really kind of fighting for inches here and there. We were up front looking for where we're going to have the front mounts for the cage, and everything's going to be in the way. I'll show you here in just a second. Let's go take a look at what's going on elsewhere. Oh, fantastic. So you're about what? Well, you're a little over 1/4 of the way there right now, right? Very good, very good. Just been cleaning up all of our rusty fingerprints all over the cage, finishing this guy up. I was threatening to do this, but it's probably best interest to have Josh do this, who's a professional, rather than me being a goober. All right, so we were relocating the fuse box because that was kind of just dangling down in there over near where Josh's foot is. So we're moving that guy up in here. The PCM will still kind of reside in this region, but it gets a little bit hairy down in here. So at the point of where the cage comes together from our crossbar to our A-pillar coming right there, right about there, says Josh, we're going to want to run something down, shooting down to the frame, and whether that's going to be the shock tower mount there or somewhere in the frame, that needs to come down kind of like so. But at that same token, we've got to have our wastegate and our dump right here, and our exhaust needs to go there too. So things get a little bit tricky. So it doesn't, you know, moving all this stuff around seemed like we were going to have all the space, but it really got a little wild.
I know what would give you more space. Keep the exhaust going up.
Nope.
It would.
No, not happening. They're going down. All right, so the new mount's going to be in there, and we're going to be able to have this guy. It's going to tuck right in there.
Yeah, so
That'd be nice. Ooh, sorry.
Metal down there, so be careful.
Jeez.
Put a piece right there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dude, those been getting you.
Yeah, a lot, man. I don't know what it is. Oh yeah, see how that fits perfect right there?
That's very nice. Keep it classy, Georgie. The reason why we're doing this, because I was just going to go ahead and willy-nilly just throw it in here and start cutting some stuff up.
For your pipe cuts, you can get consistently, you can chuck this up in your saw, put a level on that, and then when you go to make your cut, flip your pipe exactly 180, put it back to level again, slide it down your set mount, cut it again. And you have
instead of being screwed
pipe
up.
cut that's holding the central radius.
Gotcha. Because mine wouldn't have been central. It would have been like ish.
On and off.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been there.
Sometimes it helps.
Dadgum old pro fabbers.
Good luck, Jeremy.
All right, I got this. All right, so we are newbie fabbers. Now, we learned this a couple years back, but Josh is improving our methodology. So we learned we're gonna go at a 15-degree angle. We loosen that guy up. There's 15 degrees right there, and good. We're gonna tighten that down. So we got this right here figured out. We only need to come out about 1 inch. Right here where our radius should start, and we got to get our angle figured out here. Next, we're gonna lock that down. All right, so we're gonna cut this guy, and then we'll start building a nice radius around there to be able to see how that goes. All Alright, so Laz also just lowered this a bit because that was wider for what we were cutting earlier. And guys, if you decide to tackle this, whether it's with a MIG welder or whatever, and you don't have an angle finder, no big deal. It's pretty easy to see which way is flat, especially when you have that. Now, you could just mark that. The extended plane right there makes it really, really easy to see when it's level. Watch your fingers. Watch your fingers. Oh, it's getting hot. It's getting very hot. Woo. I'm gonna put that one down. Get the inside. Itty bitty. Oh. Okay.
Good, put one of them
There
all the
you
way
go
around.
again. Right, so he said cut a bevel.
Okay.
It's so thick. All right, I'll do that. Hey, babe. It's a small room and I farted in here.
Jeremy! Why do you do this every time I come into a small room with you? I get stunk out. Or I choke to death and throw up in your face.
Just a dude on a high protein diet.
This is how people think you act. Right there. And this is how you really act.
You promised not to show that.
Nope. I said pose next to your diffuser and that's what I got.
All right, so there we have it. Josh is going to go weld this up here in just a moment. We got all other little pieces there because, as you said, we have to do the back too, which I totally forgot about. But with this, I made varying different radiuses, or not varying radiuses, but varying thicknesses so that we can radius a little bit differently. Looks pretty doggone good there, Mr. J. I like it. Very sweet. It's like a one-cylinder intercooler piping. So first, if you don't have a radiator hose, you make one. So Josh, you had I saw you had something on your Instagram that said, if you don't have it, just make it whatever the hell you want it to be. And that's the edited version. So
You gotta hammer everything to nail.
yeah. All right, we are back and we got some help. Once again, you were doing some crazy maneuvers. I kind of walked in and you were all like
Laid out
on your back and
Yeah,
ape hanging, kind of like.
yeah, that's part of cage welding. You got to be a part acrobat, part contortionist.
So this looks really weird. When I walked up, you don't even realize it's kind of, I think Travis said it looks like one of them Kodiaks. Quite a bit weird. It looks like we kind of shrunk the cage a little bit, but in fact, the bed is elevated so that we can get to the areas that we need to be able to get to on the top side, and we're finalizing this so that basically you can do the firewall and all the other business, right?
Yeah, that's the plan. Hoping to still get the firewall. I got to weld the outsides of the front down bars. I guess I could weld the feet, and then the body's down for good.
There's an order of operations here, and we just don't.
Yeah, sometimes you can, and sometimes even still, you make your job harder by putting something in that you should have done at a different timetable.
That's truly what we're most fearing right now, is basically making a whole bunch, or getting a whole bunch of work done, but messing up the order of operations and having to redo it. That would really suck.
So this is going to be up. You want to show this where you want your cap
Okay.
to go through the bed. And then we were talking about basically 45 and it immediately down to follow the radiator. So solid pipe follows down with the radiator through the bed, and then from there 45 it again, which would give us 90 forward, and then from there you can put your hose on underneath the truck.
So now again, it's first kick to 45 here.
Yeah.
Follow the angle of the radiator, and then again down here to go forward. We'll bring the hose over.
Okay.
Go right into the light.
I like having the topmost so that we can be able to burp it. I want to be able to get air bubbles out here and hopefully be able to get air bubbles out there. Well, Laz made this template and he did it in a really goofy fashion, of which I thought was pretty clever. So I was busy doing something else and I looked across the shop and I was doing some sort of, I don't even know. And you had a marker on the edge of that.
Yeah.
Okay. So hold on.
Negative.
Okay, so you went and you cut the opposite side, or what? I guess it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. You gotta remember, this was originally sitting up here.
All right. I watched you do it, and I'm still confused.
I don't know how to explain.
I don't either. So yeah, that was too high right there, and you took that.
Measurement of 10 inches and just followed it around with a pen.
There we go. That's better. See, that's a much better visual representation. This is going to be cut. We got major changes going on with our radiator, with which Travis is working on right now. Kevin is finishing up the cage. We got a lot of stuff cooking. But this is going to be modified because we're going to put a little receiving end on our radiator, but this is going to direct to that receiving end. We have some plans right back here where we're talking about possibly relieving some of the under bed pressure. I'll probably open that up maybe a little bit, and then that'll vent through here. How do you like that thing so far?
I like it. A lot.
Like a lot?
A lot.
It looks pretty darn savvy with what you... Yeah, look, that's pretty daggone sweet. Look at that. Just like it's supposed to be. I'm just saying, that's pretty cool. So clean on the inside. Good job there, Josh. Impressive. The knee wiggle. Oh, you're gonna have to be... Oh, you almost got it. This is the knee wiggle method, not often captured in the wild. So lads, when you made your template right there, we can copy that on the other side, and that's one of those rare instances where you measure once, cut twice. See what I did there? Now, at this point, are we gonna need to just make that relief, or what would you do? Because we're gonna have to plate the backside, right?
He's saying it's easier to cover it up.
Oh, okay. I missed that.
Plate.
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 Plate. You had this puzzle figured out, I guess.
Plate. Plate. Which, since we're going to put this up here, I'm going to do a plate that covers this whole piece. That way it's got a thicker surface to...
Well thought out, sir. I like it. My, what big clippers those you have.
I had those in second grade.
All right, game changer here. 2 tires in the middle, figure 8s, drift it. Wait, let me see that. Let me see that shirt real quick. That looks good. So guys, these just started shipping out. Get them while they last. Lay her down. See what you got there, boy. You can do this. Oh! Whoa! Oh! You almost got it first try. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Oh. Oh, man. You were doing really good. You were doing really good. Here, try it again here. You had your steering and your throttle modulation all figured out. You got it, you got it. Come on. Oh. All right. Good job. The big brother. Do the figure 8. Oh. All right. 3 tries, Christian. Oh, good control. I like what you're doing. Oh, man. Man, he is so calm and cool. Holy! Did you do it? Yeah. That's pretty good. Here, I'll give you a front on that one. That's good. Slowed it way down. I was like, is he going? All right, it's good. It's good. All right. All right, this time fast. Come on, you got this. Oh, kicking it. Oh, man. So you're saying it's got a lot more charge. It's pretty torquey? Mm-hmm. Oh, man.
This with rubber tires is a lot harder.
Good job, good job.
This is not comfortable at all.
It looks natural for you. I like your downward dog. Alright, so the problem with that radiator cap is that we're trying to make it flush with where we're having everything on the bed. Plus, we have multiple different angles to meet where the engineer meets the mechanic. It does. It really is. Well said, sir. So the cap does fit. It is. Let's look at it on the radiator. Or if you're from Jersey, you say radiator.
Before we weld this, clean that paint out of there.
This game again.
Sounds like a goose that you grabbed him wrong. Well, that is some craziness right there. And as we were stating, we're probably going to need some supports. So right here, Laz opened this up with a dimple die. He was really antsy to try out his new toys, and we did. It worked out pretty cool. Some of this stuff we got from Swag, and particularly this dimple die. That's the big girl. And we're getting ready to do that side. So we have an interesting idea of how this is going to work out. We're shedding some of the high pressure that comes from the dirty air from the tires, going to come through here, and that's going to be separated by this right here. So this fellow going right in there, very nice and tight against the radiator. That'll look pretty cool once we have some burnout smoke coming through this vicinity right there. I like it a lot. So you're marking up your junk right there. You put a 1/2-inch hole in it, and it punches it out, and then it puts the dimple die in. It puts the lotion on its skin.
It's a dimple die in the sheet bottle.
It puts the dimple die in the bed. It eats the raw roast beef.
See if it'll slide out. You're gonna have to.
It's hitting the mount.
Pipe, mount.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're just talking about some rain racing here. And see, I like racing a kart in the rain, but I am not comfortable in your car yet. And I was just, you know.
I like when we look at the radar and there's rain coming, we rearrange the schedule to put me in the car just because I love racing in the rain.
If you're not familiar with champ racing, how do you guys do it? Is it half-hour increments, or is it like an hour?
2 hours at a time for each driver.
Okay, 2 hours at a time per driver. Gosh, it blows by fast. So you have some of the more notable cars. You got the SC300, and then you got a 300ZX.
We have two SC300s.
Oh,
like,
oh, that's right. You had a silver and a white one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have the two rental cars, and then I drive a car owned by David Tenney. In the 8 years we've run Sebring, we've been on the podium every year.
Jeez.
So it's like we've got this like streak that we're worried about keeping going.
I gotcha. And Cletus will be actually there this weekend.
Yeah, he's going to drive my SC. Had some downshifting issues at Daytona. Like one of the renters reported, and then I got in the car to finish the race to test it out myself. The car wasn't in contention, so I was just out there having fun. Our primary car broke, and I go sailing off into turn one and go fifth the second. You know,
whoa.
Money shift the thing and loop it down into turn one. I'm spinning, and I'm like, I'm about to crash this thing.
Yeah, turn one is actually one of the highest rates of speed down going into the infield.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah, I looped it in turn one. It spun I think it spun 2 or 3 times. And I'm just like, I just tucked in, and I'm like, I'm about to just destroy my own car.
I like your toys, Les. I'm sure you can find a spot. So as you can see, those have some stronger. So one more, and then we're pretty much done there. Cool. That's pretty sweet.
I think it'll work.
Welding your little heart out. Gently.
Good? Yeah.
Man, that is a weird thing to see. All right, so we got the top of the cage all welded up and everything else, all of the footers are all done.
Got a little bit done.
All right, so we got a lot done, even though it wasn't exactly our initial mission at the beginning of the day. So it's kind of just did what was needed to be done, so in a way. So I'm really happy for the progress, though. That's really pretty darn good looking, man. Made some major steps once again. I love those bars up in the front, man. Those look really, really good.
Yeah, it's a really good triangulation bar. Tie the door bar in somewhere right around that and then come down and come up, so you got a big open spot to get in and out of it. And then play around with something where your harness bar is in the back.
Hell yeah, brother. So once again, Mr. Travis, thank you for your services. You guys definitely knocked it out, man.
My pleasure.
Big, that is a lot of time. Dude, I can't believe he, wow. Awesome.
Kind of weaved it.
Hell yeah.
It's not my pretty.
That was a gigantic gap right there.
Kind of weaved the
Immense.
weld across it, across the hole.
An immense weld. Well, guys, I'm really enjoying this whole road of all this crazy junk that I'm learning. I got so many different good people that we're surrounded by, have so many interesting questions, and we'll find out these answers as we go. But man, this thing is really, really making big strides. I love the bars and all the stuff that the guys from KSR did. Wish them well. They have a race this weekend at Sebring with their Champ car, which I did last year, which was an absolute blast. You guys can check out that video. So guys, we're hoping to try and get the firewall all done up. We're finishing up the cooling system, which was a tremendous pain in the butt, and still got some stuff to figure out. I'm getting better at welding. It's a mission. So thank you guys so much for watching. God bless you. We'll see you next time. All right, so we're going to try a quick little experiment here to see how fast our dogs can find us. We're going to go hide in a couple different parts of the yard and just see if they are alerted to us.
All right, you guys ready to go outside? Come on, Jericho. How'd they find you? Dory will find you faster than anyone. That's what she's been trained to do.